Hi, friends. Welcome to Full On Friday. We should take a deep breath together. What? What a week. How was your week? Mine was quite challenging. My challenge had a challenge that was challenging. Whew, I am ready for Shabbat. How about you? I am ready for a rest. But before that, I hope you have your sippy. Today I have watermelon flavored seltzer. It's my son's favorite flavor, but it's not mine. But moving on. I'm glad you're here. Today we're just going to walk through a quick rest exercise. That's an oxymoron, isn't it? Normally for me, I would be looking at my calendar, looking at fourth quarter. We're nearing the end. I would be ticking off, okay, it is this holiday, this fall break. This is when my son has like final tests. This is when the family's gathering. And I would be tapering down my business. Not so this year. Been saying it all year. These days are not those days. These days are different, and it's going to take a mindset shift. So if you just shifted your mind or flipped the switch and did something different, and you might ask yourself, well, how do you do that? Easy for you to say. I have a hint. One, the brain is so powerful. Neuroplasticity is real. I love watching Dr. Alex Huberman on YouTube. And I also really enjoy Dr. Benjamin Hardy. I've been mentioning it all along in the 90 days to 100K challenge that I'm doing for my book, 365 Days of Positivity. It is so possible. This is why I encourage you to read it, especially if you get the Kindle, if you use Audible. There's ways to get the book for free or like a book. In 10x is easier than 2x, Dr. Benjamin Hardy talks about how to 10x and level up is instead of, in all our lives, by the way, especially I'm Gen X, always been taught about levels. You go here, you do that, you add that, These days are not those days. What would it look like instead of taking the ladder up? This is what my generation was taught to do. We were taught to go to high school, go to college, go get a job, stay in it, get promoted, yada, yada. You know what? These days are not those days. It's different. And I feel like lately, every day I wake up, the world is different. Deep breath. What can you do about it? A lot, actually. It's why we're doing full-on Fridays through the end of the year. When people play sports, the footballs, the soccers, the basketballs, tennis, I'm a runner, you stretch. Rest is a superpower. Stretching and warming up, another superpower. What would your life look like? So I got two questions, one sentence. What if and what would your life look like instead of tapering down these next 8 to 9 weeks? What if you ramped it up? What if you went after it hard? Because if you're seeing what I'm seeing, the world out there is definitely doing its own thing, going its own way. And personal opinion, I feel like now more than ever, the best thing I can do for country, family, friends, self is bolster and resource my own personal self, family, which improves my community, my state, my country. So, like Mel Gibson's character says in The Patriot, aim small, miss small. I love that. What if we take that statement and apply it over 10x is easier than 2x? These two thoughts together, running like parallel tracks in your brain, I think are going to lead you, if you choose to take this. I was about to say challenge. I'm like, I have been so pushing myself to grow and learn lately. And so as I personally am looking, I actually bought another calendar today. It's true, I like them, though I saw it in the store and I need a calendar for 2024. And I grabbed it and then I got home and I looked at my cork board and I'm like, you have two hanging there, silly. Now I have a third. Okay, here's my point, because I have a little fun exercise here we're gonna do together. Have a sippy. Let's have a sip. Clink. Watermelon bubble water. My generation did things level by level. These are not those days. What if now, in believing 10x is easier than 2x, instead of doing a little bit towards the goal and a little bit more, you just went for the big goal, the big dream, the big thing? If you watch Dr. Benjamin Hardy, he has a guy who did it. The short version is the guy had a 10-year plan. He provides adult living situations and homes for those with dementia to get very loving quality care. And his goal was, in 10 years, I'm going to have 3 buildings. Because then he could really help 3 times the people, seniors with dementia whose family can't care for them and they need a home. The guy read the book and in 2 months had the 3 properties. Whoa, 10x is easier than 2x. So instead of him trying to plan out 10 years from now, he just did the 10-year work in 2 months. Now, think there's 3 facilities that are fully staffed. All those people have jobs. And those 3 facilities are full of people who need the care. It's win-win. He gets the big goal, the people get the care that they need, and the people get the jobs. Win-win. And then that tax revenue goes into the local community. Win-win-win. When would now be a good time to just really dream big? Dream big. So that brings me to our challenge. Oh, I said it again. Have a sippy, because I'm going to need a different word. Full on Friday. Ready? My friend Fabiola gave me these pens, and they are glitter gel pens, and I love them. I use them every day. My phone, does your phone, has something called Pen, can you see it there? Pen Up. And it is, whoo, people make some beautiful art on. It's a coloring app on my phone. You can do it with the stylus. You can do it with your finger. I love it. I'm not sure, forgive me, I'll put it in a description. I'm not sure if you can just it came installed. I have a Samsung. I'm guessing you iPhone people have a coloring app on your phone too. I will double check and put it in a description. Forgive me for not doing it ahead of time to see if you can download it. I bet there's any kind of app you could. Here's the thing that I want to show you, and that is whether you just get regular old printer paper, you want to use your graph paper, and the technical mind might enjoy the graph paper and coloring all those squares. Here's the thing, there is a gap. Again, I will put it in the description. There's a beautiful artist on Instagram, and she does this neural programming, neuro reset, where you connect all the corners type of art. And she's always saying it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be in the lines. Just relax and let your mind color. And here's why I'm saying this on Full On Friday. I hope you take a note, whether you have pretty pens, crayon, get your kids crayons, just pencil. Hey, there's a lot that can happen with the pencil and piece of paper. Would you please, going into this weekend, going into your rest time, get out some fun stuff, paper and pencil, crayon, marker, paint, charcoal, burnt ember from your fire pit. Do you remember back in the day they used to use burnt coal, K-O-H-L, for eyeliner? Yeah. Anyhow, my point is, rest is a superpower. If you so dare choose, instead of working down and winding down the year, what if you joined me and just tightened the laces on your boots and ran harder towards the end of the year, ran harder towards the finality of 2023, pushed just a little bit more, give it one more row, and see if you can 10x the rest of the year. Really super duper overachieve. And I really think it's a mindset. For me personally, every year for the longest time, I start winding it down because it's holidays, it's travel, it's just the end of the year. I've heard Ed Milet say it's a holiday, not a holly month. And I usually take the holly month, do a little bit in November and December, but not much. And this year, 2023, I want to 10x is easier than 2x. I want to knock it out of the park. I want to achieve more in these there's roughly 9 weeks from when I'm recording, 66 days exactly. I want to achieve in these 9 weeks, 66 days, more than I have all year. Boom, I said it. Color, please. It lets your brain relax. All of this tension, it'll relax. It's fun. It's not just for kids. It's for anyone. And anything will work to color. You could even just go outside and draw in the dirt. The whole point is we want all of this weight, this thinking, we want it to go. So that I take traditional Shabbat Friday evening to Saturday evening, whenever you take your rest. And if you have to work this weekend, then maybe on your lunch break, you just take 10 minutes and doodle instead of scrolling social media. Trust me, I like to scroll the gram too and look at cat and dog videos. But instead, do this. You're doing yourself a favor, and you're doing your future self a favor. I'm so glad you joined me today for Full On Friday. Let me know how this is working for you, and I will see you next week on our next Full On Friday. Thanks for watching. I'm Sherilyn.